So, new year, 2024, January. As from January the 1st, 2024, drone rules here in Spain, or the EU, have changed, guys. I'm talking about height restriction, remote ID, it's all happening. So it's making our hobbyist fun a little bit more difficult. But don't panic too much, it's not that bad. But it's just, you've got to know about it, guys, especially if you're in the UK. Now, don't forget also, US, UK, Europe, all got their own set of rules. Now, I believe in the US, they got remote ID, but don't take my word for that, that's what I'm hearing. UK's fine at the moment, but no doubt it's all happening. This is what the governments want. They want to keep a track of us, unfortunately. I've got no big issues with it. I'm too old for all that rubbish. But anyway, that's the way it is. So when you buy your Mini 4 Pro now, you're going to get this little mark under your drone. This is specified to do with your weight. So thankfully, this is a 249 gram drone. Anything higher, we get different codings. And I'm not going to go through all that because there's loads of videos out there explaining it. I think his name's called Hendrik. He's made some amazing videos lately about the new rules, what you got to do. Now it sounds like at the moment, because if you didn't know, DJI did a massive update just before Christmas, which was a bit of a Christmas present to us lot, but there was a few things in there you didn't probably know about, and one of them was remote ID. The other one was height restrictions for us here in the EU. Yeah. So anyway, it's all kicked off now, unfortunately. But what he was saying at the moment, it looks like they've forgotten about I think DJI is going to have to do another update. But it sounds like DJI hasn't done the update yet for remote ID. Now, you might say, oh, I'm not going to do that. Well, I think eventually you're going to have to put it in your controller. If you don't, you won't be able to fly the drone. And what I'm getting at is, you're going to have to register your drone. So when you register your drone, wherever you are, be it Germany, they're all different. Spain, God, Spain's so difficult. They love paperwork, but they make things so complicated. But anyway, when you get your email back to say that you're registered, what you will get, you get the number, but you also get a code number. That code number is to do with your remote ID. Now, I would imagine at the moment, especially with this, you've got no problems. But I believe with I haven't got the Air Free, but with the Air Free, you're going to have to put that in. It's in your settings under safety. I'll try and put something up there because I was watching Hendrik and he was showing you how you activate it. But at the moment, it's not on the 4 Pro yet. I think it's going to happen. I think what's happened, it's been lost in translation with the Spanish AESA. That's what I'm saying it is. So something to bear in mind, guys, especially if you're living in the UK, coming over to Spain on holiday. There's some things you've got to do. Now, the other thing is, I did hear there's that DJI are dropping some of the no-fly zones, which sounds fantastic, doesn't it? But what they're doing, I think they've got so fed up with all the governments telling them what they've got to do to put in these safety measures, that they've now said, okay, well, we're going to leave the main ones, what they want about airports, military establishments, prisons and things like that. But anything else, they're just going to drop it. So they're saying in their spiel, guys, it's your responsibility to check whatever country you're in where the no-fly zones are. So, next problem. Here in Spain, there is an amazing app. It shows you everything. I mean, it looks like the whole country is covered in a no-zone area, but you're all right because it's in different categories. But bear that in mind. I'll put up the app. It's Android only. So, and obviously I've got an ISO for, I ain't gonna mess about with the bloody SIM card every time I come out. So what I have to do now, before I go out, I pick the location, I go on the app to make sure it's safe to fly there. Whereas before I relied on the DJI app for it, but it looks like because I know there's an area not far from here. It's where there's a Spanish Air Force base not far from here, and especially what's going on with Ukraine and all the other rubbish going on around the world. They're doing a lot of training lately, and I know there's one area where I wasn't allowed to fly, and I wouldn't be surprised DJI are going to drop that. And the other problem is with that one is the Spanish Air Force come in really below the 400-foot mark in sometimes. So they won't want a little drone flying about around there, that's for sure. So it's going to be your responsibility to check the app, because they obviously with the remote ID, and don't forget even your logbook thing that you get with DJI anyway, they better check. So just bear that in mind as well. Other than that, it's a good start for the year. I knew it was coming. I wasn't really expecting all this to kick in now, but it has. But don't worry, guys, you can still fly some of your older drones. Like I said, check out the other video. I'm not going to go into all about the weights and you know, the restrictions on that. But some of the older drones, you can. I think you've got another couple of years, and then unfortunately, it's all going to be this palaver. Okay, one thing I forgot to tell you guys, get the A1, A3 license. If you got the mini drone, don't worry about it. But if you got, like me, I've got loads of drones, and I'm on about different weights, especially if you got the old Mavic Pro, even the Phantom, really, you need to have the A1, A3 now. And if you look about on the internet, I haven't got a link for it now, and I think it lasts for about 5 years. It's a free test. Some companies are obviously asking for money to take the test. I think it's about an hour and a half long. It's like a tick test. Should I say this? If you do fail it, you can do it again. You can just keep rolling and rolling until you pass it virtually. It's not that difficult really. But I think it's something else that you need to have with you guys, especially if you've got the Mini 4 Pro and you use the Plus battery, which takes you over the... So there's another thing you've got to think about. If you use the Plus battery, you can't use it here in the EU, but you can use it, say, the UK, and that takes you over that 249 grams. Because I find it hard to believe that the batteries, if I put my Mini 3 Pro battery into my Mini 4 Pro battery, it comes up on the screen saying it's a Plus battery. Well, I know it's not. It still only gives me like 25 minutes. But because it, believe it or not, it weighs a couple more grams more, and it takes that 249 grams over the limit. So have a look on the online, because it's waste time me putting the link up, because I'm in Spain. But if you look on the internet, just put A1, A3 drone license test, load of things will come up. So just another tip there really. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm not going to say a like or dislike, because I think a lot of people are going to dislike this, but it's got to be said. It's just the way it is. As always, just enjoy flying if you can. I'm sure you will. I'll catch you in another video very soon.